Okay, have just about 2 minutes left before the first loaf comes out. It's going to be baked off completely. The second loaf is going to then come out of the Dutch oven and then get put onto the stone and just get baked off the rest of the way there. If you wanted, you could actually take that second loaf and just leave it, let it cool. Although it's only half cooked, it's fully cooked, it's just not brown. You could let it cool down, you could put it in the freezer, and then you could pull it out, thaw it out for a couple of hours, throw it in at 350, 380 degrees for 20, 30 minutes till you browned it the way you wanted it, and it would be as if you cooked it today. So if you wanted to make bread and have it just stockpiled in the freezer, you can make 3 or 4 loaves at a time, and then you could have fresh bread whenever you want it. You could also just freeze it after it's completely cooked, take it out, and then thaw it out. But it's going to brown a little bit more, whatever you like. But there's definitely options so that you don't have to just bake bread every time you need it. You could have them stockpiled in the freezer, and I do that all the time. Some days, if it's going to be a rainy weekend, I'll bake 3, 4, 5 loaves of bread and just have them all go into the freezer, and then they'll be ready to go. So let's grab the first one out. Plain and simple. Put this on the side for a minute so you can take a look. So I think that came out great. It's a little bit brown, like the way I like it. Maybe that one's even a little bit more on the burnt side. So first time cooking in the oven, that may be a little bit overdone even for me. So the next one we'll put in for a little bit less time. But you can see the little sheafs of wheat that we have on the side of it there. All right, let's switch the other one over. This is the one that we laminated. Still looks really good. Pop it down on there. Put that in. Leave it sit. Alrighty. And we'll give that one maybe 20 minutes instead of 25. And we'll see how it goes. First time using the oven, and just gotta get it figured out. Remember, this pan is 500 degrees, so it is hot. Don't touch it by accident. I'm gonna save the parchment because I will reuse it. Just gonna clean the rice flour that's left over there out of there. And just gonna let this cool right up here. The Challenger bread pan is a nice pan, but it is without question a unitasker. It is the only thing that it does, but it does it very well. It's not cheap. It's about $250, $300. And if you're going to make a lot of bread, it really changes your bread game. It brings it definitely up to the next level. It can be done just as well in a Dutch oven, but sometimes those are expensive. I've seen Le Creuset up to the 7-quart, up to like $500 for the pan, and that's out of my range. But I really like that. For me, I bake a lot with it. I make a lot of bread, and for me, it was worth the $250, $300 when I got it, and it really changed my bread game. So we're gonna let this cool down for at least an hour, ideally an hour and a half. I'm gonna leave it for an hour and a half. It's about 7:15 now, so 20 more minutes we'll take the other one out, and then we'll come back sometime around 9:30 and take a look inside the bread.